Hello Libra, this is Tarot Queen Jamila. I'm here to do your March-April love forecast for March and April of 2017. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you are interested in a private reading, the link to my website is in the video description box. I am using a new deck. It's called the Cosmic Tarot, so I really do love this tarot deck. It has some really beautiful illustrations. So I'm just going to look and do an overview. I will use clarifiers in this reading if necessary. So I'm just going to call to the spirits. It's going to be for spirits. I want to look at the lovers and singles. So this is general love for all for the last part of March and then April. So we'll look at April. 4 weeks in April, but I'll probably lay down more cards for clarifiers. So, all right, so I'm going to shuffle. I'm trying to get my lighting together over here, and now there's like this beam of light that's back because it looks like the sun is, there was an overcast, and now the sun must have came back out. Alright. Alright, so if this reading doesn't resonate for you, Libras, you can go and check your rising sign, and you can also check out my website to get a private reading, okay? Sometimes you may have another circumstance going on, but so this is just a general reading. Alright. Okay, so first of all, it looks like you got the King of Pentacles. This represents current, and then like the third week of March. So this is also a money reading. So King of Pentacles is really good. I feel like this card could represent your partner, could represent your boss, could represent you. However, you do have the 8 of Wands to represent the last week of March. So I feel as though that can be good or bad. You've got a really good reading, but you do have some things that you're going to be dealing with coming up the last half of March. I'm sorry, not March, April. Spirits, give me clarity on this King of Pentacles. What is the deal? What's going on with this person? Okay, the High Priestess turned over. So already I kind of feel as though there's something that, and let me turn this frequency down just a little bit. It's actually like a chakra clearing, chakra balancing frequency is all that it is, but it's kind of a little too loud. All right, so what I want to tell you is that what I am seeing with the High Priestess turning over, this is some sort of situation that needs maybe some sort of intuition, and or use of intuition, because you got the 7 of Cups for the third week of April, and then the 4 of Swords to represent the 4th week of April. So I'm going to ask High Priestess, what did you want to say about the King of Pentacles? So I was asking about the King of Pentacles, and that's when the High Priestess turned over. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. So I feel as though this is either possibly your boss. This could be somebody that you have some sort of business investment with. I do see money as being, you know, really good right now for the Libras, but there's something that you need to follow your intuition about at work. I feel like the High Priestess represents something that you'll want to look out for. She's kind of cyclic in nature, so I feel as though her appearance in the reading doesn't come until about the end of the month of April. So 8 of Wands comes up, and this represents the energy's moving really fast. So going into April, I feel like you're gonna feel as though you're moving really fast with the 8 of Wands. Also, the 8 of Wands could represent maybe making decisions or making hasty decisions. It's a possibility because the energy of the 8, it's very powerful, especially with it being a wand. So let me ask spirits for the Libras. With the 8 of Wands, give me just a little bit more clarification. All right, so that you got another 8, so you got a repeat number in your reading. This is a number sequence, so you can shout at me if you are a Libra that has like repeat numbers. If you're seeing the repeat number 8. The next card after that was the 2 of Swords. So I do feel as though with the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Swords, there is going to be some difficulty, the dynamic in your relationship. First of all, you're going to have to be able to make decisions. So I feel like the 2 of Swords represents a decision, possibly a decision that's going to be that might need to be made at work. It's a possibility, but you did get a lot of wands, so I feel like this is actually family with all of these wands. Usually the wands represents family. So I feel like 8 of Wands is your family pressuring you to do something, pressuring you to make a decision. And then the 8 of Swords is going to actually represent trying to work something out within your love life. So you've got 2 different dynamics happening. I feel as though you're going to be dealing with the last week of March, dealing with, it's almost like your partner is connected to your job. So it's almost like you've got to make a decision to either leave your whole job or your partner or one or the other. So it's kind of like it's a cross between the 2. Spirits, give me clarity on this crossroads with the 2 of Swords. So some of you might be dealing with that scenario. Also, some of you, maybe your partners are dealing with this scenario. Maybe your partner is a fire sign person. Okay. Now the 8 of Cups comes up. So this represents, could be for some of you Libras, it could be a drinking problem. For some of you, it could be some sort of emotional confusion that you are needing to move on from. Okay, so that's what that means with the 8 of Cups. So you got a repeat number again. We got the number 8. So we're actually going to look that up, and I'm going to look that up and I'll be back. All right, Libra. So the 8 of Cups can represent at the end of the month, maybe leaving something behind, maybe leaving, maybe moving forward. But then it looks like on the 7 of, you get the 7 of Cups. So this is what I want to tell you. I feel as though, I do feel like with the 2 of Swords coming up as a crossroads, and then the 8 of Cups, I feel as though this is, with this repeat number. So that's what I was actually going to do. I was checking to see what that repeat number was for you. So I am going to pull that up. I am so sorry about my horrible ass lighting. It just really, I don't like the lighting over here, but I'm going to fix it or improve it, and hopefully it'll get better. It looks like it's okay. So the number 8 oracle number or angel number, what does that mean? Because you definitely got 3 8s. Okay, hold on. Let me check on my... All right, I will be right back. Yeah. All right, so I am back. The repeating number 8s. What that means, if the number 8 is repeating, is that your spirit guides and your angels are trying to contact you. The message of the 8 and 4 combination. So repeating 8s and you know what? This is the wrong one. This is the wrong one. We want just the repeating sequence of the number 8, not 4s at all. I'm sure it's about the same. Okay, so you got 3 8s in your reading, Libra. And the number 8 repeating is telling you that your life purpose is fully supported by the universe. The universe is abundant and generous and wishes to reward you. The repeating number 8 means that a phase in your life is about to end, and it is a sign of forewarning to enable you to prepare yourself and your life accordingly. This number sequence may also indicate that you are winding up in an emotional career or relationship phase in your life. So we'll see if the number 8 comes up again. Now I do see you sort of at the end of March, sort of walking away from something negative, something having to do with emotions, which is what I said, like maybe some sort of emotional, insecurity. Going into the first week of April, the Libras got the 3 of Wands. So I feel like this is where, when I'm looking at love, I feel like this is sort of where you're building yourself up. Okay, so when I look at self-love, especially for the singles. However, I do feel like with the 3 of Wands, this indicates that there is some sort of imbalances. And I do feel as though there's a possible third party, okay, that sort of, has some sort of, I don't want to say control over your relationship, but the 3 of Wands could represent a triangle because you got the Princess of Pentacles coming up the second week. So for some of you singles, this may be somebody new coming into your life that is either Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, okay? I do feel like this person does come with a message. I'm going to throw a card in between the 3 of Wands and the Princess of Pentacles. Spirits, give me clarity on the 3 of Wands and the Princess of Pentacles. I want to put a... Okay. So the Star card comes up. So I feel as though this is a earth sign individual that definitely inspires you. This could be a healer coming in, because there is some things that are going to roll around about the third week of April. The 7 of Cups comes up. So you remember, this is the card that represents someone feeling emotional about a situation that maybe they weren't honest with themselves about emotionally. And so this energy is going to come in around the full moon. Okay. So I do feel like with your finances, I feel as though you're going to move into something better going into April. I do feel like that energy is pushing you there with these repeating 8s. So if you start seeing a bunch of number 8s, maybe your mind will subconsciously cause you to do it, but maybe you'll watch this and you'll say, hey, I have been seeing a lot of 8s. So I feel like this is a person that's going to help you build yourself up. I feel like there's been some sort of problem with survival, and it's been crippling for whoever this is, because the Star card does represent healing, as well as some sort of I want to say some sort of light energy, light spirit, angelic energy. So it doesn't surprise me that the Star will show up, but it did turn over, so I want to actually pull one out. The spirits, I want to find out more about the 3 of Wands. Okay. How did my cards get flipped? Let's see if that comes back up. Spirits, oh wow. That's interesting. That's never happened during a reading. Hold on a second. Wow. Okay. Now this High Priestess sitting up here, this is letting me know that something is being hidden. There's something being probably hidden from you, Libra. And she's kind of up here. I feel like you're getting some sort of clarity. Your intuition is sort of on point about a certain situation. So, spirits, give me clarity on the 3 of Wands, please. Okay. So the Five of Pentacles, and what this lets me know is that this is about maybe self-worth, maybe self-esteem. I do feel like for the Star card to turn over first was kind of like a really quick message from your spirit guides that, you know, even though you are going to leave something behind, I do see you making that hasty decision. I do feel like the decision that you make, and I'm going to clarify your very last card here because it's still to be told, but I'm going to, I feel like the Five of Pentacles is representing, you know, sort of going into the month of April. Three of Wands represents someone building probably either themselves up or something else, maybe a project, maybe at work. But the Five of Pentacles represents the need to call on spirit, the need to, you know, definitely depend on maybe God, maybe guiding spirits, positive energy. Spirits, give me clarity on the Five of Pentacles. So this is when you, it's not that you're not getting necessarily, but you don't have nothing to give either. So that Five of Pentacles is really not a good feeling. And so I kind of knew with the Star card that there would be some healing for that. So I just want to throw an advice card at the Five of Pentacles, because with this Eight of Cups, I can tell that you're going to possibly emotionally leave a job situation because you're connected. Maybe you had a love affair with somebody at the job. Maybe you're going to have a love of, you know, maybe it's something like that, something to that degree. And it seems like the situation definitely came to, it's going to come to a crossroads. Going into April, you know, I could see that worry. You know, Spirit, what advice would you offer to the Libras? Okay, so the Five of Wands comes up. So this is, you know, the Five of Wands is about fighting and anger and jealousy. The next card was the Sun. So I feel like this is where you probably want to, or maybe you will, start to focus more on the positive. Okay, because right here, this Eight of Cups, this is somebody that's kind of dealing with some self-pity. Maybe dealing with an emotional situation that they're, you know, ready to sort of leave behind, or maybe feeling abandoned. Going into the second week, the Princess of Pentacles comes up. So I feel like this is where you have manifested some sort of energy. And I feel like Princess of Pentacles is some sort of good news coming about your money. So going into the second week of April is when I'm seeing things open up for you. So I feel like the Princess of Pentacles possibly represents the existence of business partner, boss, or either this is your energy. Either way, the Princess of Pentacles is definitely in a good financial state. So financially, I see you as doing good, but Libra, going up on the third week, some sort of, you know, energy that's either in your love relationship or in your love life. You got the Seven of Cups. So there's something that you're not being honest about. Hey, can you stop him from doing that? Thank you. All right, Spirits, give me clarity on the Seven of Cups, please. Okay, so the Prince of Wands. Now, this could represent you, or it could represent a partner of yours. That's possibly Aquarius, Libra, another Libra, or Gemini. I feel like this person, you probably feel, doesn't mean that they aren't, but I feel like maybe the communication that they're giving you is sort of like the cold shoulder. So I feel as though this is where you're just kind of like, you know, well, this is sort of like a situation that isn't good. The Prince of Pentacles is also a message coming. It could be a positive message, but I do feel like the third week of April, you're going to be dealing with some situation that you're going to be possibly gaining some clarity on, especially with the Prince of Swords. So that could be you, and it could be your energy where you've gotten, you know, where you've sort of, you know, used your intuition to strengthen your third eye energy. I feel like the Prince of Swords is definitely where somebody's third eye is, you know, very keen and on point. Okay, Seven of Cups is where emotions are crowding You know, everything that you see, it's crowding your logic. You know, it's not the best card to get. I get this card often. It's kind of like you wish for something, you want it, it doesn't happen. And it's kind of like from that, you just kind of, it's like you've promised yourself. It's like I've explained to people that some people, you know, nobody's promised them anything. They just sort of make promises to themselves and they make it up on themselves. And that's another thing with the star. That's something that a lot of, I sense the spirit wanting me to tell the Libras that, you know, just because you want something or you can see it happen doesn't mean that it's going to happen. So this is where the third week of April, you're going to be dealing with this energy, and it's not the best energy where you feel as though someone has, you know, maybe you've lied to yourself. Okay, so I'm going to clarify the Prince of Swords. Spirits, give me clarity on the Prince of Swords, please. What message is he bringing to the Libras? Okay, so you got the Prince of Pentacles. So I feel as though this is either another energy, or it could be that this person is sort of set in their ways. Seven of Pentacles. So it's kind of, Seven of Pentacles is a crapshoot. Now you're getting all these sevens also, but you only got two of them. So if I see another, if you get the other seven, but I'm at the last card. I feel that this could have something to do with work. I feel like you're going to look at a situation from work with the Prince of Pentacles coming up. So I see this is all you. This is sort of something that you're going to work out within yourself possibly. But I see that with the Prince of Swords and the Prince of Pentacles, that you're going to sort of balance. You know, there's a big difference between air and earth. So I do see that balance. And I do see that balance coming up on about the 4th week of April. Now, you can check the moon cycles on these things. I do try to do regular moon cycle readings. So I think I'm going to do a moon in Sagittarius reading if I have time after these. But the Four of Swords is what you got as the final card. So this is where a person comes to rest. They come to relaxation. They've been through some sort of struggle. I feel as though you're going to finally sit down and process what you're going to be dealing with at the end of March. I do feel like there's going to be peace and rest, but I do have to tell you that I feel as though this is where you know, maybe your partner is going to not leave you for good, but maybe go away for a while sometime with the Four of Swords. So for some of you Libras, this is where you're going to have to be at a point where you're sort of together, but you may not be in the same location. The Four of Swords, the reason why this illustration comes up like this is some of you are going to be dealing with some military stuff. Maybe your partner is going to go to the military. I do feel like there's going to be some bittersweet things. If you're single, this definitely represents right before you go back out there and try again with love. So it may not be with the same person that you were with, but it may be with someone else. As far as your finances, I do feel as though you are going to possibly need some rest around the around the 4th week of April. So I would say if you're starting a new job, maybe choose a start date in May. Maybe not started. Maybe Mercury is going to go into retrograde or something. Spirits, give me a little bit more clarity on the Four of Swords. Okay, so the Emperor. I feel as though the Emperor is representing a parental figure. Could be male or female. I do feel as though the Emperor could also represent maybe someone that is maybe your significant other possibly. Could be getting ready to move away on business or something. So maybe this person represents their boss. I do feel like the Emperor is as far as with your money. I do see the money as being really good. So the Emperor does represent that. And then also the Queen of Pentacles. So I'd say for the money side, and as far as with love, I do feel as though the Queen of Pentacles is representing an earth sign individual that could be coming in. As far as with love, as far as like a romantic relationship, I feel like for a majority of Libras, this is going to be someone new that's going to come into your life. I'm going to ask Spirit what advice to offer on this Queen of Pentacles just going forward. Again, you got the Prince of Pentacles the second week of April. So, you know, this is money, finance, and then a person. So I think it's some sort of business partnership. I think that the Queen of Pentacles represents a partner, like a romantic partnership of someone that's either your age or older, that is a earth sign. So this would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. All right, spirits, clarify this Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles. So this could be either where a friend of yours comes back and possibly pays you some money that they owe you. That's a possibility. So maybe if you've got some friends that owe you money, maybe they're going to pay you. Maybe if you've got clients that owe you money, maybe they're going to pay you. The Six of Pentacles represents gifts and money. So I do feel as though the Queen of Pentacles, for some of you Libras, is going to represent somebody that is very giving. Okay. And that is something that Libras like. So I feel as though this person you will like romantically, especially with the Six of Pentacles. They really help to balance you out and also make you feel secure. So if this is new love, I would say congratulations, because that's probably something that you've been waiting for. Also with the Emperor, with some of you who may have some issues, I'm seeing and I hate to say this, but I do see some splits happening. So again, I feel like this is a new person. I feel like they are going to be a lot like whoever this person is. This Two of Swords and this Eight of Cups, that's some sort of split. Six of Pentacles. On top of the Queen of Pentacles is representing your energy as well. So you're going to be filled up somehow. So the Emperor could be actually who represents your lover. And the Queen of Pentacles could represent you. So this could be a person of any zodiac sign. Because to be honest with you, the Emperor has a lot of fire energy. Very, very strong, very transformative. So I feel like more so within the Emperor, I feel like this is where you're going to be split up with somebody. The scenario that I'm seeing the last week of April. And then somebody that's strong is going to come in with this, you know, very powerful energy to change things for you. So with this Queen of Pentacles, this could represent you. This could represent your energy. But I feel like this is something that Libras want, which is balance. Okay? So I feel like this is why this Six of Pentacles comes up. So that is going to do it for your love and money reading. Just make sure that you subscribe to the channel for the general and health readings that I'm going to be putting up. And if you want a private reading, the link to my website, it's in the video description box. Thank you so much for watching, Libras. Namaste.